right, all right. Oh, there you go. All right, all right. Good morning, my children of the sun. Welcome to the Open Eye on WHGE 95.3 FM. I hope y'all can hear me. Something's going on with my monitor, so I can't hear myself. If you're on the radio, let me know if you can hear me on Facebook Live. I hope everything's everything. I know they catching me on Facebook Live because I'm live. Wait a minute. Where we at here? All right, all right. Get the big thing going here. All right. All right, all right. Let me get my notes out here, y'all. Oh, in case I didn't tell you, yes, those that don't know, I'm Patrice Gibbs, the third eye optometrist. Get ready to bring it to you. Got my stuff right here. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm gonna make some people mad today. I know that. I'm gonna make some people. I'm gonna start right off making you mad. You know, it's been many a time you heard me say, I don't argue with people that have your tummy with a shot. And the reason for that is there's too many people with weak knowledge and strong opinions. Running off at the mouth, don't know what the hell they talking about, but boy, they got a strong opinion about the dumb mess that they putting out there. All right. I'm gonna start you off a little light too. Start you off. Now let me, yeah. Start you off a little light here. Let me see. Hey, did you have us on the radio on the way in, Nsoromma? Nsoromma in the building.
Yeah. Nah, I end up not even having the radio on. Period.
Okay. That's all right. That's all right. We out there. I can see that. But I don't know about this. They done got a new monitor again. They need to let the staff know what the hell's going on. All right, it's all good. Live radio stuff happens. All right. Y'all heard the Black Parents mixtape? Start you off a little light today with the Black Parents mixtape. With some real big hits on it. Like track 1. You heard this on the Black Parents mixtape. When we get in here, don't you embarrass me. Oh, I heard that hit. Yes, indeed. Track 2. I ain't one of your little friends. You heard your parents say that? I know I heard my mama say that. And this one go right along with it. I'm not your friend's parents. I'm your parent. Featuring You Ain't Going. Yes, indeed. I heard this one too. You want to ride there or back? Featuring You Not Getting Both. Y'all heard that one? Yeah, I heard. This one was popular Saturday morning. Why is this house a mess? Yeah, this one was popular over Annie's house. You better eat while we here, because I'm not cooking. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Let me tell you, track 7 is the I Ain't One of Your Little Friends remix featuring your favorite aunt, your favorite cousin, and your little friend. Track 8, You Got Some McDonald's Money featuring Leftovers. Mm-hmm. And this one, I told somebody, my brother heard this one hardcore. What bills you paying here?
Oh. Yo.
Yeah, buddy. And
but a lot of kids nowadays not hearing that.
No, they not.
Their parents is getting them what they want. They school, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a whole different generation right now than when we were coming up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. That's where because I tell you what, I hear this one, it put everything on pause. I ain't gonna tell you no more.
Oh, That's in every generation right there.
Yeah.
For real.
And that's featured backhand and something to cry about.
Most definitely backhand. And front hand follow.
Yeah,
My mom was quick.
Word? Yeah, mine too.
Yeah.
Mine too. That's where my mom was quick draw McGraw. I'm telling you. Look, I'm a kind of pick up with something I did at the end of the show last week.
Right.
You understand why in a minute. All right.
Good morning, everyone.
Yes, the Nsoromma in the building.
Yeah.
Right here on W8. The monitor ain't happening, huh? So I don't know what's going on. Yeah. It's a different monitor. You know, you don't hear it. Right?
Oh, you don't even hear me.
Nah, so.
Extra.
Yeah. So, I ain't gonna worry about it. We just gonna go ahead and rock and roll. And,
roll and rock.
Roll and rock. All right. And I said this last week, but I seen some people getting their feelings when you said it, and it's these people that it's crazy. It's for the most part it's Christmas, and they're thinking that if you don't say Merry Christmas, you're gonna damage the holiday. Well, did Santa Claus still come? You know what I'm saying?
Is it a Santa Claus?
Well,
Well,
Yeah. But when someone says Happy Holidays instead of Merry Christmas,
right.
They're not doing it out of political correctness. They do it out of respect, because from the 20th of November to January 24th, there are at least 14 different religious holidays. So when someone says Happy Holidays to you, thank them, because they don't know what you believe in. It's called respect. It's not a war on Christmas.
They say Happy Holidays to me. I say you too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, they always trying to make something out of nothing anyway. You know what I mean? So you gotta tread lightly, basically, man.
Yeah.
Like David Chappelle said, he don't even like being a comedian no more because everybody's so sensitive.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But you ain't sensitive about the right things you're supposed to be
sensitive about.
You know what I'm saying? You're
That's
sensitive about dumb stuff. You know what I mean?
That's why I don't bite my tongue, brother.
Hey, me either. You know what I'm saying?
You don't like it, get over it. That's word. That's what they always tell us.
That's why I like chocolate.
Well, it's from Brother Hameen.
What's up, Hameen?
Yes, D. He says, those trying to debunk Kwanzaa say it's a made-up holiday. Really? Wasn't Christmas made up? Easter, Valentine's Day, Thanksgiving, Labor Day, 4th of July.
You took it all out of that. You took it all out of my mouth.
Presidential birthdays, Mother and Father's Day, Halloween, St. Patrick's Day, Mardi Gras, Ash Wednesday, Good Friday, Palm Sunday.
They get it.
I'm just saying, man. Come on now. It's only when it comes to our folks making up a holiday is a problem.
Oh, yo, man. They make up all kind of days.
I'm telling you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. We had to fight for MLK Day.
Especially for the people to spend money. They always come up with spend money days.
Valentine's Day and birthday mess and what have you.
See, I didn't realize it when I was younger, because I was participating in the game of society and everybody doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Participating with the flow of the herd, so-called. You know what I'm saying? So now that I understand that the value is in holding your money and letting your money work for you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
Yeah, but so and like I said, our people had to fight for MLK Day, for Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Forget about Malcolm X or Marcus Garvey Day.
Right.
They ain't hearing that. And so you know what? I'm gonna tell you something, man.
They don't gotta hear. We can make it up on
that's one thing right there,
that's
bro.
What they did. We don't need them to do nothing. We can go, okay, this day is Malcolm X Day. Every black person in the world knows that.
Exactly.
And we celebrate this day. We make our own holiday up.
We don't need to get on point on that, bro.
For that day anyway.
That's word.
I mean, we all have to stand together and do some things, man.
Yep. And that's exactly what I was coming to, because I was not hyped on MLK Day. We did not need mainstream America to celebrate somebody that when he was alive, they hated. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm not with that hypocrisy.
Right.
I'm not feeling into that hypocrisy. Oh, when MLK, the day he was killed, his pose was indicated that he was the most hated black man, if not the most hated man in America. Now here we after then, well, Dr. King wouldn't want you to act like that. You go to hell. You don't know how Dr. King would have wanted me to act.
Dr. King wouldn't have wanted been dead, neither.
That's right. That's word. So, happy Kwanzaa. This is the first day of Kwanzaa.
Right.
And the first day of Kwanzaa is about unity.
Mm-hmm.
Umoja is unity, for unity.
Okay.
If you want to go quickly, go by yourself. If you want to go far, go together. That's the basis of unity. Something that our people need to grasp onto with both feet. Because a big part of our problem, big reason that we don't get done, is our lack of unity.
Right.
And now the thing about that unity is, now we can come together and party and this, that, and the other.
Right.
But that unity needs to be organized unity.
Everything we do need to be more organized anyway.
Right.
Because that's what they have projected or injected in us, is the ununified togetherness that we supposed to have. You know what I'm saying? Just as
unorganized.
Right. Just as a group of people, we are really unorganized. Everybody ideals is going their own separate ways.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When it shouldn't be like that. We should all have our ideal be injected in the group setting and make it all happen. Every ideal.
Big time.
You know what I'm saying?
That's word. Big ups.
Big ups.
Big ups to Brother McKee.
Yo, King, you know you my homie.
That's word. I had the honor of meeting the brother.
You ain't never meet King?
Nah.
Come on,
What was it? It was I forgot, but it was one day this week.
Oh, man, yeah. I know King for over almost 44 years, 45 years, man.
Hey, respect, brother.
Always
respect. We got a great discussion
right now, and that's what I
admire about it.
Most definitely.
I heard that.
Like everybody from that era, like it's just like the different generations change with the era. You know what I'm saying? So this generation might have been loyal. This generation might have sold drugs. You know what I'm saying? So they go down the line. And that particular generation that we were from, we were a different breed, man.
Right. Same here, brother.
Yeah, I mean, you were from that era too, because it's like, and
I'm from the era that was right after the Black Power movement. So when I was a young buck, a lot of the brothers that were older than me, they were just coming off that Black Power movement and what have you. So they were pushing things like our history,
right?
And
self-awareness, self-ownership. Yeah, I mean, that's when you started injecting, and that's when I was after you. I was 10 years after you. You know what I'm saying? So Gibbs is in my era.
Your era, right?
Yeah, so that's.
And all of us didn't carry the ball in my generation, which was a problem.
It was only a fruit few.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? But the ones that lasted was the ones that lasted.
That's
what I'm
saying?
That's word. And that's what I mean, man.
Bigger than big. That's word.
Keep going, Keith. You know what I mean?
Keep doing what you're doing,
stop.
brother.
You need me, like I told you.
The Open Eye is brought to you by the Delaware Center for Homeless Vets, founders and builders of the Pearl Center. Delaware Center for Homeless Vets, changing veterans' lives all over Delaware. This is WHGE 95.3 FM.
Yeah. Yo, what's good, Luke? I ain't seen you in a minute, man. Hey, yo, boy, good looking out, good tuning in. You know what I'm saying? I see you. Hey, yo, you got questions? I just too. Hey, yo, Keith, what's up? I ain't doing nothing, man. GG. Hey, yeah. Hey, what's up? It's Tim's 50th birthday? What? Oh, shit. Yo. Yo, that's what it is.
WHGE 95.3, The Open Eye. I'm Patrice Gibbs.
I'm no shit,
right here. The day is Excuse me.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. December 25th. That's what it. I mean 26th. The day after Christmas. The day after Christmas. The day before Christmas.
Right.
We'll get back to the day after Christmas in a minute. I seen sister, and man, her hair was looking good. White guy at the counter, seen her in the store. White guy at the counter told her, "You know, you have really nice hair." She said, "Thank you." And he asked her,
"Is it real?
What are you mixed with?" She had a great answer: stardust and melanin. I started to ask that girl to marry me. That's word. Yes, indeed.
Stardust and melanin.
Stardust and melanin. Oh, yeah, she's made for me. That's word. Yes, indeed. And I see we got some people over here on Facebook. Oh, hold on for a second. Of course, I gotta say good morning to my favorite Facebook cousin, Sherry.
Sherry, what's good, Sherry?
What's up? And my former
Happy
co-worker.
holidays, you dig me?
My former co-worker, Bessie. Glad you're in the house, sister. That's word. Sweetness. Okay. The day is December 26th. I'm going to have to count on my fingers because this happened in 1908, 112 years ago today. John Arthur Jackson, also known as the Galveston Giant,
right?
Better known as Jack Johnson.
Okay.
Became the first black man to hold the heavyweight title in boxing.
Okay.
Johnson, an American boxer who, at the height of the Jim Crow era, became the first African American world heavyweight boxing champion. Among the period's most dominant champions, Johnson remains a boxing legend, with his 1910 fight against James J. Jeffries dubbed the fight of the century. They started off early with that. We've had so many fights of the century. According to filmmaker Ken Burns, more than 13 years, Jack Johnson was the most famous and the most notorious African American on earth.
Right.
Transcending boxing, he became part of the culture and history of racism in the United States. Jack Johnson said, "They never let me forget I'm black. And guess what? I don't never let them forget either."
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you know I'm black.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. You need a reminder? Because, I don't know if you ever seen footage of Jack Johnson fighting. Yeah. Oh, what I used to love about him, while he was beating him up, he'd smile at you with a big grin, with a big, pretty white teeth, boy, I tell you. Yes, indeed. But,
Mike Tyson studied him, and like Mike Tyson really is a boxing historian.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Really, we was talking about that earlier.
Oh, most definitely, man.
Yep. Yes, indeed. I got much respect for Tyson's knowledge on boxing.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. In 1912, Johnson opened a successful and luxurious black and tan restaurant and nightclub. Now, what that meant back in the day, black and tan meant it was desegregated.
Oh, okay.
It was his restaurant. Black and whites could come in there, black, whatever your color was.
Right.
And it was which in part was run by his wife, a white woman.
Oh, okay.
Major newspapers of the time soon claimed that Johnson was attacked by the government only after he became famous as a black man married to a white woman and was linked to other white women. Johnson was arrested on charges violating the Mann Act, which means forbidding one to transport a woman across state lines for immoral purposes, a racially motivated charge that embroiled him in controversy for his relationships, including marriages with white women.
Wow.
Sentenced to a year in prison, Johnson fled the country and fought boxing matches abroad for 7 years until 1920, when he served his sentence at the federal penitentiary at Leavenworth. Johnson continued taking paying fights for many years and operated several other businesses, including lucrative endorsement deals. Johnson died in a car crash on June 10th, 1946, at the age of 68. He's buried at Graceland Cemetery in Chicago. Jack Johnson, we salute you, brother. It was something he liked. He liked his fast cars.
Don't every brother?
Yes, indeed. Yeah. And cop caught him speeding, pulled him over. And he said, you're getting a ticket for that. Johnson said, "How much is it?" He says, $50. Johnson said, "Here, take this $100 because I'm gonna be going the same speed on the way back."
Right. Here, you might as well pay for the other one.
Yep. That's word, buddy.
Oh man.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna show you this right here. All right. Hold on. I wonder if I can get it up on Facebook too.
What?
This picture. You heard of Joel Osteen?
Joel Osteen. No, I can't say.
He's one of those televangelists with the mega, with the mega church.
Yeah.
He's in Texas. Yeah,
okay, white guy.
That's his house, bro. That's in the state. Can you see that?
Yeah.
That's in the state, bro. That's word.
Can y'all see this?
I don't know if they can see it or not. I'm gonna put it over here.
It's the state.
Yeah.
That's the state we get ready to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
He got that from preaching.
Preaching is something else. That's in the state, y'all. Yeah. Those of you that, and let me tell you something. It's not a house. It's in the state. I'm telling you, it looked like it was like a 40-room mansion. Yeah, it looked like a little town, don't it? Yeah, sure do.
It looked like a little town. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's something that there's televangelists, mega church operators, and what have you. They got one hell of a hustle, ain't they? Because you ain't got no product, but you got everybody paying for the product that you don't even have. And that's the pie in the sky. You know, it's an amazing thing.
It's all in the delivery, man.
Yeah.
If you got a delivery, like you said, I got that thing, boy. I had the thing, boy. I got it.
That's word.
You can talk a person and let them know you got it.
Yep.
You can get it.
You can get it.
Yeah, so that's with anything, especially in this hustle right here. This is a strictly faith hustle. If you already believe that you want something to happen to you, you're gonna believe it regardless if they tell you or not.
Right.
But when someone enforces it to you, like you meet a person just now, and I know you need a couple of dollars, and I say, the Lord gonna give you a couple of dollars.
Yeah.
I am your boy from that point on. You are listening to everything I'm saying.
Yep.
Almost. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that's what it is.
That is right up until I tell you who you can and can't sleep with. Then you get a problem with it.
Right.
You know? That's word. But here's the thing, Joel Osteen, he don't pay taxes. And you know when that stimulus money came the last time, he got $4 million in aid. What did he aid for? Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it.
He gave Trump to that.
I would.
He gave it back. Him and Trump's boys, you know that.
Yeah. They're going to give y'all $600.
Right. They want to give the Americans that work hard and pay all the taxes, just putting all their money into this pot that they get nothing out of in the time of crisis. I don't understand the thinking of people, man.
Man, they are evil, greedy bastards.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Now, you know what? Good for Trump for requesting $2,000 instead of $600. But you know what? Give me a break. He could have requested that months ago. The last bill he signed gave 43,000 millionaires an average of $1.7 million and citizens making under $100,000, $1,200. He ain't no hero. Don't get that mixed. He on there talking that gang too. You know, we're gonna make this happen. We're gonna make this happen. Once it do happen, you know, whether I'm here for it or not, but most likely I'm gonna be here. You still tripping, ain't you?
I'm gonna be there. I'm telling you, he's gonna be. It's a business. America is a business.
Yeah.
Period. It's nothing else after that. So if you know how to do a hostile takeover on a business, that's what it could be. Period.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I mean, they can say a lot of stuff in Congress and all this stuff, but it still boils down that America is a business. And Trump semi seem to know how to do shady stuff. He
definitely know how to do shady stuff.
Business.
Yeah.
Within the business realm. That's what makes it so dangerous. You understand?
Yeah. But see, you know what? Actually, and a lot of people are under misconception about this.
What?
Trump was never really a good businessman. He's a con artist.
Exactly.
That's
what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So if you know a con artist that can not only know the little teeny bit of business that I know, but con you within that.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. And see, the thing is, right? If he didn't have no money to begin with, he wouldn't have been a good con artist. But see, his father, now you imagine.
But he did.
Only because his father started him out with $2 million, which he blew. He blew. The first $2 million his father gave him, he blew it. So his father brought him into his business. See, when I look at, okay, one of the mob's biggest money makers is casinos. All right. The mob from the 40s, the late 40s, when Bugsy Siegel started Las Vegas gambling.
I mean,
right?
Las Vegas, period.
Okay.
Yeah,
when they started it, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? They were skimming money off the casinos. And they did it for decades, and none of the casinos went bankrupt.
Not only skimming money, but money laundering, cleaning it up.
Yeah, cleaning it up.
Giving them money so they can clean it up.
They was working.
I mean, this is,
okay. Now, the main thing I brought up is none of the casinos went bankrupt. Donald Trump had a casino in Atlantic City, and what happened? He mismanaged it so bad he had to declare bankruptcy. This is a cash cow. A casino is a cash. The money is just coming in like crazy. You mismanaged it, and you were so incompetent that you had to declare bankruptcy. I never heard of that in the casino industry. But the Orange Disaster showed himself to be an incompetent businessman that he was.
Money off that bankruptcy?
I don't think he did.
What?
No.
Anytime you file bankruptcy, you can make more money off.
You can get your creditors off your back, which is what it's really about.
Right. That's it.
Right.
So me having 7 bad years worth of credit means nothing to me still having this $40 million that I kept.
Okay.
Yeah.
The thing is, and I understand like what you're saying.
50 Cent.
Right.
For instance, and this just happened a couple months ago.
Okay.
50 Cent. He claimed to be broke. But he's not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's because he didn't want to get a husband no more.
And paperwork, if I know that I got my money tied up in doing stuff, but I got money, but it's tied up, so I don't have money. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
You can officially file for bankruptcy.
Yeah.
And that's what the government gives you,
right.
a way out.
Right.
That's
to get the creditors off your back.
Right. That's their way out. To make you leave me alone.
Yeah.
I can call on the government.
And see, that's even that's slimy. But I still contend. I still contend. I still contend that the Orange Disaster is a piss poor, sorry, incompetent businessman. He's not a good businessman. He got people. I can. He's doing stuff, but the only stuff that he's doing, and he can ready to go to jail for it. When you do some stuff that's going to land you in jail, you are not a good or smart businessman. Yeah, we can go. He's not black. He's orange.
Yo, okay. Okay, I'm gonna leave it right there. What else was you saying?
All right, now, I'm gonna bring it home now. I'm gonna bring it home. Hey, yo, I'm gonna bring the time back on.
That's hell.
All right, listen. This is a message to all the young bucks out there.
Right.
All right, and thinking of doing things and what had. First, let me tell you this. If you think there's some honor in going to jail, let me tell you what you do. Go lock yourself in the bathroom and stay there for the next 24 to 36 hours. All right? And tell me how comfortable and honorable and how much street cred you get from that. Because it's about the size of the cell that you're going to live in for the next X number of years.
Without the shower.
Without the shower. And you ain't going to be in there by yourself. And whoever you in there with might decide that they like guys.
Oh, man.
And want you to be their girlfriend.
Right.
Well, you just consider these things. All right, to all you young bucks, it's okay if you never caught a body. There's no honor in that. It's okay if you never had a bag from hustling in the streets and you work a job. That's cool. It's okay if you rather play sports than do drugs. Having a clear, sober mind is not a bad thing.
Right.
It's okay, brother. I promise you that. It might look cool, but it ain't worth it. If you can live life without having to worry about ops or the feds, you winning. And don't let nobody tell you different, Ken. You winning.
Right. But we always gonna get it. It's that black man. So until we stand up and make them accountable for their actions that they take against us, we stop hollering at them and put it into paperwork and legal, legit documents. That's the only way that we'll be able to get those perpetrators. So be smart, man.
That's word.
Think smart.
Think smart. WHGE 95.3 FM. This is the overnight.
Yeah. Nsoromma.
Patrice Gibbs.
Yo.
All right.
Turk, I see you. Good looking out, man. Hey, yo.
I gotta watch this so I know when the commercial go off. All
right. Hey, Pierre, what's good? I told you I needed you to cut that bush, help me get that fight. You ain't never called me nothing. I climbed up there, I almost cut the whole tree there. So, me say, Troy say, hey, yo, I'm talking to my Facebook family on this side.
On that side.
I'm saying what's up to you people too. Hey, yo, what's good? Hey,
yo. Donnell up in the house. Tony Jackson, what's up?
Hey, yo, good looking out. Tune in, stay real, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Y'all give us energy too, you know what I'm saying?
Big time. Like I keep an eye on the screen here because I can't get the monitor. So I gotta know when the commercial is over.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all good. Live radio, baby. That's anything can happen on live radio. And I know there's somebody out there. They always say, "Get your stuff together before you get there." Look, it's live radio. Don't you tell me that no more. Much love to you, and I'm glad you tuned in. But check that. Man, brother Shane Word in the house.
What's up, Shane?
Brother in a big long time.
Yep. What's good? Happy holidays.
What are we gonna bring it around to? Or we're gonna bring it back to that? No, not yet though. Oh yeah.
Troy say. That should be it, right?
Yeah, it's just a WHGE 95.3 FM. Nsoromma and Patrice Gibbs on the air. Dove and I, third eye optometrist, and your intellectual surgeon. Yes, indeed. Now, you see here, I'm going to bring this here. Let me see. Yeah. All right. This here, some stand-up comedy fans might want to credit George Carlin with this, but George Carlin actually got it.
I like George Carlin.
Oh yeah, me too.
Dope.
Yeah, he was.
His process of thinking is dope, man.
Yeah, I feel you. You know, George Carlin is part of what they call the Holy Trinity of comedy.
Holy Trinity.
The Holy Trinity of comedy.
Holy Trinity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, Richard Pryor.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people don't know this cat. Oh my God, I'm having a brain fart and I can't think of the guy's name. Lenny Bruce.
Oh, there Lenny Bruce.
Yeah, Lenny Bruce. He is a pioneer in stand-up comedy.
Okay.
You know, he was one of the first comedians to come out publicly cussing, and he caught a lot of flack for that. And George Carlin, those three are known as the Holy Trinity of comedy. Now, George Carlin used this, but it was actually written by this dude named Bob Moorhead. The paradox of our time in history is that we have taller buildings, but shorter tempers. Wider freeways, but narrower viewpoints. We spend more time, but have less. We buy more, but enjoy less. We have bigger houses and smaller families. More conveniences, but less time. We have more degrees, but less sense. More knowledge, but less judgment. We have more experts, yet we have more problems. More medicine, but less wellness. The hell, we drink too much, smoke too much, spend too recklessly, laugh too little, drive too fast, get too angry, stay up too late, get up too tired, read too little, watch TV too much, and pray too seldom. But we have multiplied our possessions, but reduced our values. We talk too much and love too seldom and hate too often.
Wow.
Get hip to that, y'all. You know, for all we've learned, and this is something that I wrote a long time ago,
Wow.
is that for all of his modern conveniences and what have you,
right,
the modern man would be considered barbaric by our ancestors in ancient Canada. You know, because with all that we've been able to do, we kill each other. You know, our hatred is off the hook. Yet we consider ourselves not modern man. We're barbaric. And can I say we, or can I say a certain group of us?
I say we because there's no color on barbaric.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah,
it's a source of the barbaricness. Yes.
Yeah.
You know,
mean, because
just to think of that, you know, I'll be watching a lot of scientific shows and how the Earth and what they thought about, you know, the moon and how far it is from the planet, and you know, universal information. And I'm really coming to find out that they're all guessing.
Yeah, for the most part.
I mean, for the most part, it is all guessing. Because no one really knows, because there's no one from that time. They only left things from that time for you to interpret and get your knowledge out of what it is they left, and it could have not been what you're thinking it was.
Well, you know what? Here's the thing, right? And this is about our ancestors. You know, one of the only civilizations to do so, and they were great recorders of the history, were the ancient Egyptians.
Yeah.
And they recorded it in stone. And here's the thing about it.
And this is the most accurate.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And what gives them so much credibility is that they even wrote the stuff where they didn't look good. You know, when you write the history, and you know what, the winners of war write history to favor themselves.
Right.
Which is why, you know, the story of the hunt will always favor the hunter.
Right.
Until the lion tells his story.
Right.
You know? Thing is, the ancient Egyptians, they were so determined to write the history, you know, as it happened, that it gave them a lot of credibility, because a lot of the stuff that they wrote, they included the stuff where they didn't make them look favorable.
Right.
You know, and that's like, yo, I tell you, that's commendable. So, like you said, there has a level of accuracy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
You know? Now, I'm going to tell you something about most ancient people, okay, throughout the world, lived in harmony with nature.
Most definitely.
In whatever buildings or cities they made, it was in harmony with nature.
Right.
Not in competition with nature, because they understood.
Nature destruction.
Definitely. Right.
Yeah.
Along comes the European, and he's in competition with nature. And he's in competition with everybody that he comes in contact with. And it's because he comes from that cold climate, you know, where you had to compete for food. In Africa, the food was so plentiful, you walk outside and, you know, grab a piece of fruit off the tree and
out in the yard. Just step out the house and go,
yeah, and you was good, you know. So there was no competition for food, which is why he treats his woman the way he does. And that's why she acts the way he does. Because in Africa, in ancient Africa, Kemet, Ghana, and Sangay, wherever, right? If you told your woman to get out, she's like, get out where? You know, because one, who's going to take care of you? Two, I ain't going to starve. I ain't dependent on you. I'm the one to feed you. Right. You might go out and hunt some meat, you know, but you don't feel like hunting. I got all these fruits and vegetables and what have you hooked up. We gonna eat. Right. All right. So she didn't have to worry about it. Right. Now, in the cold climate of Europe, if the white man told his woman to get out, she had to cop a plate. Right. Because she wasn't going out there. Yeah. Too cold out there. Too cold out there. Right. That's right. So, you know.
The same the prison system has.
Yeah.
It's the same exact structure.
Yeah, you got a copper plea.
Right.
Yeah. So this is the mindset that they came with, a mindset of competition, a mindset of gimme, 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 gimme.
Right.
You know, because if mine run out, I'm gonna be jammed up. You know, and that's where that mindset of competition and take comes from.
Wow.
We don't have that. See, our mindset is, hey, we got Chinese playing for everybody. Come on in and eat.
Right.
Who had any idea that when you invited this guest in,
they rob and kill everybody and take everything? I mean,
man,
they was like,
yeah, that they were. That they were. This is overnight. I'm Patrice Gibbs. We're gonna move right along.
Keep it going.
Yeah, we're gonna move right along. I saw it, so I had to bring it up.
What?
Muammar Gaddafi. You know, he had a prophecy. And he said he would not go into exile to any foreign country. He said he was born in Libya and he was going to die there. He said this country was a desert and I turned it into a forest where everything can grow. Do you know? Now, before you realize your ignorance, this is what he told his people. Terrorists will be hitting you at your doorstep. You know, and something what his country was before him and what he was able to do, which is so crazy that his people turned on him. But they turned on him based on racism that was being pushed from by outsiders.
Right.
Because he was one of the few Arabs that was going below the Sahara into Black Africa, because you know Northern Africa is Arab now. It's been conquered by the Arabs hundreds of years ago. Offering jobs and this, that, and the other, and bringing Black Africans in and declaring brotherhood with them. And so, you know, the Western powers and some of the Arabs and what have you played on that and got his people to turn against him.
Right.
But what his people didn't think to look at was what he had done. You know, here's 16 real reasons why Colonel Gaddafi was the best thing that happened to Libya. There was no electricity bill in Libya. Electricity was free for all citizens under Gaddafi. No interest on loans. Banks in Libya are state-owned and the loans given to all citizens at zero interest. And that's by law.
Wow.
Home is considered a human right in Libya under Gaddafi. Gaddafi vowed that his parents would not get a house until everyone in Libya had a home. And he stuck to that, as he lived in a tent until everybody got a home. All newlyweds in Libya receive 60,000 dinars, which is about 50,000 US, from the government to get their first apartment. Libyans taking up farming as a career receive farmland, a farming house, equipment, seeds, and livestock to kick off their farm. Education and medical treatments are free in Libya. Before Gaddafi, only 25% of Libyans were literate. Under Gaddafi, the figure went up to 90%.
Wow.
It's 84% here in the US, literacy rate.
Wow.
We're supposed to be the greatest country in the world. We
But
fall far behind in
we
literacy.
almost done this because we the ones that's not getting anything done as a people.
That's right. In Gaddafi's Libya, if a Libyan buys a car, the government subsidized 50% of the car. And gas was 14 cents a gallon or a liter.
Wow.
You know? So, and I mean, this goes on and on. They had 25% of Libyans have a university degree. I don't know what the percentage here, but I'm pretty sure it's about 25%.
Right.
You know? And like I said, that just go on, and eventually they were able to turn his people against him, and his own people killed him. And now, Libya is one of the worst lawless states in North Africa amongst the Arab-run countries, because they got rid of a leader that was taking care of business.
Right.
You know? It's just crazy.
But that's what happens. I mean, when you ain't going with their lane and you're going against the grain, they always find a way to come get you or get you killed. Or I mean, it's a shame that every prospering, independent person that want to believe in themselves can get eliminated like that.
Yeah,
just like that. You know,
that's taking care of their people and
right. That want
you know,
the
that France.
They want the better.
Yeah, they want to better their people. You know,
for their people.
Yeah, France has killed since the 1960s something like 30 African leaders. They've murdered something like 30 African leaders. I meant to bring that report. That's all right.
Wow, it was just an explosion somewhere. What was that? Nashville? On Christmas.
On Christmas?
Yeah, they blew something up in Nashville. And then when people start responding like that, that's when it's going to get real serious. Because the world was getting tired of what's going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now, tell you something. A lot of us don't seem to understand and aren't clear. You can try to ignore the reality, but you cannot ignore the consequences of the reality. Our people are being methodically murdered by the system, business, and culture of white supremacy. We are at war. You need to understand that. You hear about the doctor?
Which doctor?
Black doctor. She died from coronavirus.
The one that got the shot?
No.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
She was in the hospital complaining about the racist treatment she was getting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Indiana doctor has died from COVID-19 complications just weeks after reporting racial mistreatment on behalf of the hospital. The New York Times reports that Dr. Susan Moore, a black doctor, was refused adequate care and gaslighted about her pain from her white male doctor while admitted at the Indiana University North Hospital. Now, what that means, she was gaslighted. A lot of people might not know the hit to that term. But when she was telling the doctor that she was in pain, he was like, ain't nothing wrong with you.
Right. Oh, you won't hurt his back. You ain't bleeding. That ain't blood.
You know?
That ain't blood. That ain't blood.
You know? In a now viral video posted to Facebook, Moore shared her experience documenting her positive coronavirus diagnosis on November 29th, on-timely discharge. They sent her home way before they should have. In her eventual return back to the hospital, she should have went to another hospital. She noted that she had to beg her physician to treat her with the antiviral drug remdesivir, as well as a CT scan of her neck and chest due to all the pain she was feeling.
Wow.
The doctor, however, initially declined to do both and instead questioned Moore's symptoms and suggested she should be discharged instead. The doctor would eventually oblige, but only after medical tests revealed Moore did indeed have new pulmonary infiltrates in her lungs that warranted necessary and immediate attention. And the doctor said, ain't nothing wrong with you. Get from there. You know, and sent her home.
Now, what happened to people? What happened to people like that kill people like that?
Well,
what are the
charges? The charges.
See, that's the accountability that needs to be addressed in our country, and it's not.
Right. And he should be at the minimal.
He should be banned, stripped from his license.
Right. He should be charged with what they call that willful negligence.
Right.
Willful negligence.
He should be stripped from his medical credentials.
Right. That he should be. He should absolutely be stripped.
I think there should be a protest.
Yeah.
To make the government strip him from his credentials.
Mm-hmm. Because he has no business practicing medicine.
You only need 1,000 people, right?
Yeah, as a rule. Yeah. You
That's
know.
where you need to start taking these people names that's been doing things to people, period. Not just when you take the oath to treat a person and do the best that you can with your abilities to help a person live, and you choose to let them die, I think you should be punished.
I definitely agree with you on that. See, and stop saying that, you know, we don't trust the vaccine. Like, we're just and don't trust the vaccine. No, that's not the deal.
Right.
It's not that we don't trust the vaccine. We don't trust the people administering that came up with the vaccine because you have a track record of mistreating our people.
Right.
That's the reason.
Sabotaging and turning us into guinea pigs.
You know?
Throughout your vaccine.
Throughout your
so
vaccination.
We are very aware of what's possibly put in them vaccines.
Mm-hmm.
It may not affect us right now, but 14, 10 years, 5 years from now, you wondering why you growing another foot out of your butt.
And speaking Chihuahua.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
You know?
That's when that test start. Oh, we have one that grew a foot out of their butt.
Yep.
Come
yep.
on, man.
You know?
Right.
So, no, I understand that this is all part of the war on our people, is to mistreat them. I mean, medical disparities are across the board. And in some cities, it's so bad that there are hospitals that if you have somebody in the ambulance, a black person, and you announce that you're going to a certain hospital, no, don't take me there. They will jump out the ambulance before they go to that hospital.
Right.
Because you go to that hospital, you ain't going home.
Parts.
Right.
They killing you. And they taking your liver, you know,
Kidneys.
right arm, left arm. Yeah. They taking body parts and selling them.
You know, and like I said, we're at war. Understand that.
Wow.
And you know, we get tired. We get tired of another unarmed black man killed by the police, this time in Columbus, Ohio. You know, and just this week, the officers shot this brother. Soon they got there. Like they did that child, Tamir Rice. Yeah. Soon they got there. He held his hands up in his own garage. Like, pow, 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 pow. Went ahead and shot him down. Within seconds of the encounter. Now here was the thing. They had turned off their body cam, or they didn't turn it on. Okay. But these body cams have a pre-shoot 30-second recording.
Right.
And it showed with the dirt that these fools put down and murdered this dude for nothing.
But did they get hung for that?
Oh, not yet, but you know.
Or they going to be another group of white people to get off?
You know.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Now the mayor of Columbus has called for their firing. Yeah.
Who cares about them being fired?
Yeah.
They should be locked up for murder.
That's what they should be
talking about. Man.
You know.
And that's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm. That's why I brought that up. I knew how you was going to react.
Yo, man. Oh my God.
I knew how you was going to react when I said, yeah, the mayor of Columbus, Ohio said they should be fired. You know. Well, well, that's just we're just starting there. We're just done. And what happened?
He should be fired for thinking like that.
You know.
That's what I think. When they think, when you notice that. Because it don't take a lot of sense to see this.
Mm-hmm.
When you notice that this person is a friend with this person and they working together to make you look bad, and they both in positions that can change a person's life, that person that's being a co-conspirator to the fact should be locked up too. I don't care if it's a judge, a police officer, or whoever it is. Yeah. And that's this legal system don't have the proper people that has the ingredients, the moral ingredients to do the right thing in these positions. Because sometimes you can do something in the state, it'll bother your conscience and stuff like that. These people don't have conscience.
No, they don't.
Right.
No, they don't.
I mean, we have to really go after these people that don't have the consciences. Because that's who the people that are these judges and these sergeants and I mean,
hierarchy
of it. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I mean, it's crazy.
It is, man. You know, and you hit that nail on the head because that's what Stokely Carmichael said. You know, we're being asked to appeal to people's moral conscience that have no damn morals. How can you appeal to their conscience? They have no morals. Damn.
Wow.
I'm calming down just a little bit here to, you know, tell y'all something. You are the books you read, the films you watch, the music you listen to, the people you meet, the dreams you have, the conversations you engage in. You are what you take from these. And you are the sound of the ocean, the breath of fresh air, the brightest light in the darkest corner. You are a collective of every experience you've had in your life. You are every single day. So drown yourself in a sea of knowledge and existence. Let those words run through your veins and let those colors fill your mind. I'm Patrice Gibbs.
I'm Nsoromma.
This is the Open Eye.
WHGE 95.3 FM. Yeah!
All right. And I did it again. It's all good, y'all. We're here with you. We're going to close out with live radio, baby. You know, and I think we might be a little over time. But
Shay,
it's all good.
What's good? Yo, hey, yo, what's good? Derek, what's happening? Hey, Beaches, what's up, cuzzo? I just be chilling, you know what I'm saying? Thanks for tuning in. You know, we dropping knowledge, open eye radio. You got any questions? You want to know something? If you want to know some history or something, you want to find out a true fact, we normally do the research and find out and, you know, take on information, take on questions. So, yo, link up with us. WHGE 95.3 FM, Open Eye Radio. And also, Pat, they can go see us where on our Patreon page.
On of course on YouTube.
YouTube.
Right. On the Open Eye on YouTube channel.
True.
Right. And our Patreon channel is down right now, y'all, but we're gonna get it back up and get you back in there. That's where, you know. Alright. We're ready to shut them on down here. Oh shoot. Oh boy. That's all right. We are, and this is right in line with Umoja, unity. Something we need to understand. We are each and every one of us responsible for each other.
Right.
This must be the philosophy of any movement based on what I spoke of earlier, that's organized unity, if it is to be effective. If one member suffers, the entire group must feel the pain and be prepared to offer a cure for that suffering. Organized unity does not mean unity for the sake of unity. Right. We've had enough of our so-called leaders meeting in overpriced hotel conference rooms for the sake of meeting. We can get together and party or argue, or for whatever reason, we fool ourselves into believing we're meeting for any time. This has no bearing on our situation. It must be stopped. Organized unity means unifying for the future of our children, unifying for the salvation of our people, unifying for progressive revolution. Progressive revolution is forward-moving change. Not claiming Afrocentricity and living all the N-word we can, ripping off or selling out our people. Forward-moving change, advancing and growing. This is the Open Eye. And as I always tell you, destiny determines who enters your life, but you decide who stays. Therefore, value those who value you, and don't treat those as a priority who treat you as an option. I'm Patrice Gibbs.
I'm Nsoromma.
This is the Open Eye.
WHGE 95.3 FM.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
All right. Facebook
Yo,
friends, everybody. And your brother, how you say Hussein? Mishbah?
Mishbah.
Yeah. Yeah, he said keep the information, informative information, brother.
Thank y'all for tuning in again.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? Knowledge is always being dropped here on the Open Eye. You dig it. And if you choose to buy or get one of these knives, or you know, support us, link up with us, and drop